The Audi A8 is finally home and it is not good news. At the moment the car will start and run, like that, but then it loses fuel pressure. Oh, at least my wipers work. The car does kind of start, but then it really struggles and it loses all fuel pressure. It's just always a problem. There's something going wrong with this car and I've had enough of it. We're gonna take it apart. I know, I said apart, and that hurts me too. And if you have watched the video where I changed the alloys on the S4, I'll put the card right up here so you can see that and get onto that. These are going to go on the A8, so I'm just going to swap the alloys over so I can get these off and list these for sale. Taking off the TSWs was easy, although I did lose the locking wheel nut, so I had to go and buy a new one. And the S4 alloys looked all kinds of wrong on the A8, but at least it was keeping it off the ground. Next was onto the easy bits in the engine bay, and after taking a few screws out, the engine covers were off along with the air intake. Next were the seats, which were worth £700 for the set. Then the door cards were removed after taking a few of these screws out. And I might as well have the window motors too. And then it was on to taking the armrest off. This centre screw was the only thing holding it in. And then after very carefully using my feet, it was out. Then onto all the heater controls and air vents, and a screw each side of the gear stick to get the surround off. And this continued until the car was pretty stripped down. Just a very quick one today. You might be able to hear me, you might not. If not, I'll just do voiceover, but the weather is like blustery. It's anything. It's been windy all night and I can hardly hold my phone straight. But today the A8 is going forever. It's going for good. The A8, as you can see, has been stripped down, which is extremely unfortunate because the shell is really good condition. It was having issue after issue and I couldn't afford to pile any more money into it. It's going to be a lot more money to get it back on the road. Hopefully all these parts will go towards someone else's car, which means more A8s can stay on the road. So it's getting picked up today. But as you can see, I've literally taken everything off the rear. The interior, as you can see, is gone. There's leaves in there because I took the sunroof out. Left the wheel in because one of the screws just kept spinning. Just nothing would come out, and I was like, oh, do you know what? I'll leave that. Centre console out. The front end part of that's been taken off. So the two lights are off. If we lift this one up, see, still got the engine in there, minus the coils, because the coils should be worth a little bit of money. So, you know, got to make money myself as well. Whoa, that was close. Nearly smacked my head on that. So yeah, it's unfortunate, guys, but it is what it is, and hopefully someone will make use out of it. Might as well do a quick update on the Bora while we're here. As you can see, the Bora is still here. By the way, I'm doing this handheld, so if it's a little bit shakier than usual, that would be why. The Bora will be up for sale. It's got its MOT in about 3 weeks' time, so I think I'm just going to leave it until then, and then I'll list it for sale. And also the S4, as you can see, it's dirty as anything. I just haven't had the chance to clean it yet. Oh, honestly, I don't think I've cleaned it since I put the alloys on, which was ages ago, but I've just been busy with different things. So, as always, it's looking lovely. Oh, and you know what? I do really like the look of this car. I think it looks absolutely great. Looking really, really smart. Could do with a proper detail. Could do with machine polish. If you know anybody that is really good with their detailing and would fancy a collaboration on doing something detailing wise with this car, let me know. Of course, I'm willing to pay. I'm not expecting to get it for free, but it would be great to be able to film a video and get the slow-mos of them up close. So yeah, let me know. So, you join me a couple of days after the A8 has disappeared, and I'm not going to be seeing that again, which is, it's a shame, but it just wasn't playing ball, and I'd spent so much money on it. In the end, the £450 A8 cost me £2,200, and it still wasn't running. So it was like, that's not a very good financial decision. I enjoyed the car for the whole 10 miles that it drove properly, but apart from that, it was no good. So yes, join me 2 days later. I'm in the S4, and I've actually got written down here in this little booklet, which I've named Cars, every single cost of every single car and the financial mistakes that they're all becoming. But I do enjoy it, so I don't really care. Just don't tell my missus I've got this, because if she reads it, she will lose her shit. Right, Audi A8. It owed me £2,200. I had the tax rebate, and the insurance come back to me when I've cancelled halfway through. That was 400 quid, so then owed me 1,800 quid. Then you had the seats, the headliner and speakers and the curtain airbags, and some dude travelled 10-hour round trip to come and pick those up, and that was £825. That left me £975 owed, so it went down quite significantly to start with. Then I sold a motor, fog light grills. I sold 2 fog light grills. They're worth quite a lot of money. One got lost. One got lost by Hermes, and they were just like, well, it's gone, and that was that. Which was a bit of a pain. I sold an arch, I sold the car, and then also window trims. So altogether, that came to around, by the looks of it, £300. So now owes me £690.41. So it's not too bad, because I've still got the TSWs, so they might just about even out. I've got a lot of parts left, so I will cover the cost of the A8. So it wasn't a total mistake. And while we're here, I do also have a lot of the Mercedes C320 stuff still for sale, but a lot of it might be able to go on the C32 if they're not so good on the C32. But I do have a profit on the C320 of £270, so it's not too bad. And to be honest, £270 up on the C320, let's say 300 quid, and then the A8 700 quid. So I owe, between the A8, like owe to myself, between the A8 and the C320, £400 if I've done that right in my head. So 400 quid isn't bad, because I've still got the TSWs, I've still got a load of Merc parts, and still got a load of A8 parts, so I'm really not too worried. That isn't actually too bad of a mistake to make buying those. But yeah, so the A8's gone. What can you do? It's just one of those things where you can't keep piling money into these cars that just don't want to go. Hopefully all those parts will go to other cars and keep those running. Sorry about the wind as well in the previous video. It was, well, this storm that we've got going on at the moment, and it was just blowing and blowing and blowing, and yeah, it wasn't great. But anyway, thank you very much for watching the video. Please do subscribe to the channel, and hopefully next week the C32 should have the MOT on it, and then we'll be able to actually drive it, because I've not barely driven it really at all, and we'll find something to do with that, because the C32 should be a great car. Anyway guys, thank you very much. I shall see you in the next video. Have a great week. Cheers guys.